Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Eddie Austin YouTube channel. Today we got a fun day at Austin's Metal Mafia. We're actually going to go to the junkyard and try and find a leaf spring for a Ford F-250, and I'll show you why. Time to back in the shop and get the tools ready. All right, so we got this job in. It's a 2001 Ford F-250 Super Duty. It was 6 inches of lift. Customer had a ton of play. I'm talking from like 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock of play in the steering. And all over the road, it just drove like total crap. So we installed, or installing, a rough country 2.5 inch lift, new leaf springs in the front, and we have to finish the front. We just got to finish getting this bolt in here once it's dropped down on the ground. But the biggest issue is, let's go around here to the back. We have, all we had to do on the back was cut the long U-bolts off and take these big blocks out. Those right there. Well, when we took the leaf spring, or we took and cut these bolts off right here, we discovered an issue. That is a broken leaf spring, and it has been broke a little while. So what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to replace this guy. This leaf spring looks fine. So what I'm going to do is we contacted a local junkyard, and we're going to see if we can get one out of the junkyard and replace it. So I'm kind of going over my options here. I think I might just cut the bolts on the leaf spring perch in the junkyard, bring the bracket, shackle, and everything back here, then figure out if these bolts right here, this bolt right here, will come out of here. And a lot of times they like to seize up in that bushing. We'll see. You guys are going to come along for the ride. We'll see what we can do. All right, we got everything loaded up. Torches. We got toolbox, cooler, bottle jacks, cribbing, everything. We're ready to go. All right, we made it to the junkyard, and we drove all the way around this place, and we found one candidate. This guy right here. Now it does have the extra leaf, the overload, which we don't need, but everything else is the same, and it doesn't look like the bolts are that bad either. So we're going to rip this thing apart. And just maybe while we're here, we looked around for a tailgate for our old 84 Ford. We couldn't find one, but we're going to see if this one will fit. Harley here is over here doing some gardening, and he's getting rid of the weeds, because you know what we forgot? We didn't get a weed whacker. We got a couple weed eaters. We should have brought one because we need it. It's in the weeds. It's all in the weeds. But this is the leaf spring that we want right here. And I'm gonna grab some PB blaster. We're gonna blast this thing down and see if it'll come off. All right, the front bolt come right out. We got it loose anyway, and a nice little bracket on there to hold it, but wasn't that bad. So that one's about ready. We're gonna try the back here and see what we can do. So I'm gonna give the camera to Harley, and he's gonna video up under here while I get this off. this is smaller. I need the PV blaster. Let me see.
Let's see if we can see what he's doing.
Yeah, this bolt's smaller.
Smaller?
Yep, maybe 22.
22?
So this is what we're trying to take loose here. This bolt right here. So we're going to try a 22 millimeter. Yeah, I got a winner.
Out in the middle of nowhere, we got lucky. The only F-250 that we can use. It had the right amount of leaves. So we're going to Frankenstein it, rip it apart, put it on the other. And while we're here, hopefully, we find something nice out here. Pretty dead out though.
Try 21.
21?
Yeah. Yeah. Remember 22 back before it gets lost in the weeds.
Before it grows around them.
Well, that ain't coming out too easy. So, you know what we forgot? A big breaker bar. We could have probably just put some man strength on that and took it out of there. Well, crap. Well, we did bring the smoke wrench.
I can go down to Don and ask if he has one we can use.
Yeah. Well, while you're doing that, I guess I'll jack it up.
Alrighty. I'll leave them with you.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna jack this thing up and get the leaf spring separated and everything, and then we'll put a block in there and crib it up, ready to go. Harley went and borrowed this, which was a lifesaver because we forgot ours, and we got it right off. So now this one had the fancy little nut arm on it too, so you don't need a wrench. Now we're jacking this thing up. Hopefully we get that tire off the ground, and then we know we ain't got any weight on it. We zip our U-bolts off with a torch, and we got us a leaf spring. So, is that off the ground yet, Arnold? Or am I just wishing it was?
Probably wishing. Oh, it's close. There you go. It's out of the hole now.
All right. Well, good deal. Now, see if we can block this up where when we leave, this is going to stay just like that. We'll do that afterwards once we torch our bolts off.
Something worked for once. It's amazing.
All right.
Through here.
Got it on? Yeah. Alright, I'm going to cut this bolt off. Try not to catch the man's field on fire. Dang. One more. There you go, YouTube. How to torch U-bolts. Although I didn't teach.
Axle has dropped. Leaf spring's ours. Now let's get loaded up. There she is in all her glory.
Now we gotta block this thing up, so I think that'll work right there. That's it. Let me let it down and let's see what it does. Carefully. Safety first.
That looks like a success.
All right, we're done here.
See you guys back at the shop.
Okay, we're back here at the shop. You can see this one is the one that's broke right in two. The only difference, the pin center is the same leaf stack, bolt holes, everything else is the same. The bolts actually come out with a little persuasion. Didn't think they would, but they did. Now we got to get this overload off of here and hope that this bolt does not break. And if it does, we got one more shot. All right, we're 1 for 2. This nut actually come off right there. That one come off. This one split immediately. I just broke it right off. It's right here. So we're gonna try and unpin this, get this guy apart, and then we put this back together with the right bolt and everything in it, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. All right, YouTube, I am beyond pleased. I'm telling you. So this one, we cannibalized, we just took it apart. This is actually the bottom leaf, and this stayed together with a pin. We've seen this bolt come out, so we actually took this bottom piece off, clamped it, slid it together, used a little alignment pin to get all our sleeves back in there right. This leaf spring is ready to go back on.
She's all back down on the ground. Everything's looking good, looking level. Let's take a look underneath. She's ready to go. Right now we're just cleaning up, getting the old Ford out of here. And soon she'll be on the road and we should be back with you then. Now doesn't that just sound good? She is gone. Now it's time to do a little bit of cleaning, put some stuff away. It's quite hot today, so time to go cool down. But don't forget, we also have our own TikTok. We have a Twitter and all that. Just look under Austin Mel Mafia. Find all the cool stuff that we're doing. See some of our older builds. We have an old first gen, some Challengers, and some cool stuff like that. Go check us out. And I guess we'll see you on the next time. Who knows what we'll be working on then.
Well, we took it out of the shop, took it on a test drive. Pretty happy. Everything's nice and tight. No abnormal noises or anything. We got a leaf spring that ain't broke. We did make one small improvement. So on these Fords, this usually breaks right here on the third door. And then when you shut the door, all this stuff shakes around. So we fixed that for him. I think he's ready to go. I think he'll be very pleased. It's definitely a heck of a lot shorter than it was. Thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate it. All the likes and subscribes. Keep going with that. We got a lot more stuff to do for sure. We've got a lot of restoration videos. We got Challenger build coming. It'll be a 5.7 Pro Charged with a cam. Be a really nice ride when we finish. So thanks a lot. Y'all have a great day. Be extraordinary.